What's on, guys? Just here back to my channel. Tonight we're doing a review for Aew Collision, so get to it then. Keyed out tonight showed Terry Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood segment. The team made their way to the ring and chorus of boos. Cash said, "What happened Sunday? That wasn't an easy decision for me. And despite what you may think, it was permanent dated, whatever. Cope was my friend before I even knew Dax Harwood. But the more Dax talked, the more it pissed me off because I needed him to be wrong. The more I watched, the more I understood that Adam Copeland only cared about himself. He held down our career to hold up his own. In that moment, it just clicked. I knew I had to be the one to do it. Adam may have helped me out when I was a kid, but he still saw me as the helpless kid, and I'm not that anymore. He didn't respect me as a man, and if you disrespect me, you have to pay." Dax said, "I know that oh shit, come on. I know that it's the cool thing to do. You feel you're somebody. It's the cool thing to do to boo us when you're talking that last week. I saw a sign in the crowd that said YFTRY. Instead of asking why, you should be thanking us." Al Copeland was begging for relevancy and 2025 at the expense of the best tag team in the world, and we gave it to him. What could I say to him, to you people, to make this justified? And it clicked. I don't care if you agree with us. We were right. For 4 long months, we waited with nothing to do, and the only thing for us to do was to be Copeland's new edge heads. Adam, we won 10 world titles across 7 worldwide brands, and you want us to take a back seat to you? You're too selfish. I wanted nothing more than for you to end his career side by side with us, but you're too damn selfish. I understand there are a lot of boys and girls in the back who are not happy with us. I also understood there are a couple of people out here who are not happy with us. Tony Schiavone, come on in here. I just want to talk." Tony Schiavone got up from the broadcast booth and got into the ring. Dax said, "Tony, this week on Dynamite, you had some choice words for us. Now that we're face to face, would you like to tell us?" Tony said, "Yes, you were probably absolutely wrong. These fans are booing you for a reason, and one fell swoop, you turned your back on the man who helped you with your career." Dax said, "There was one other thing that you said, and I think it had something to do with my family." Tony said, "Yeah, it had to do with your daughter. I was wondering that's how she felt going to school on Monday when all the kids would say to her that her dad turned his back on one of his best friends." Damn. Alright, FTR was about to put Tony in a stuffed pile driver when Nitro got into the ring to save Tony. Daniel Garcia sprinted into the ring to try to calm FTR down. Dax turned around and choked Garcia unaware it was him. FTR apologized to Garcia and hugged him. Garcia looked on in disbelief. Garcia went to check on Tony at the desk. Tony apologized to Nigel and said he never get involved again. Yep, I hope it doesn't happen again. So after that, AEW Women's World Champion Thomas Toy Storm spoke about the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. Okay, so here you go. Tony said the tournament has begun, ladies. Good luck at Double or Nothing. I'll be watching and I will always be Thomas. Okay, by the way, it was funny when she said a lot of things on her. But anyways, alright, the first match coming up, 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Women's quarterfinal match, Billy Starks versus Jamie Hayter. The winner faces Chris Stanlander. Hayter went to slug Starks, but Starks dropped down to the mat to avoid it. Billy landed a roundhouse kick to Hayter. Billy went for a tope suicida, but Hayter blocked it with a clubbing blow. Hayter whipped Billy into the barricade. Starks took a big risk and it paid off with a swanton bomb off the guardrail onto the back of Hayter. Jamie hit a spinebuster for a near fall. Starks used a leg sweep and followed up with a German suplex. Hayter connected with the basement clothesline, which was good for a 2 count. Billy nailed Hayter with the twisting net breaker for a near fall. Billy landed another swanton bomb. Hayter wiped out Billy with the vertical suplex off the apron and down onto the arena floor. The fans chanted, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" Hayter staggered Starks with a thrust kick and then walloped her with a Hayter A to pick up the pin and advance in the tournament. Alright. Actually, though, this was a good match. It was a good match, though, I gotta say. Anyways, second match, the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona versus Smash and Burn. Toa Leona ran through both members of Smash and Burn. Bishop Khan finished him off and grabbed a dominant victory for his team. Oh, by the way, Chris Stanlander won the first match. I'm sorry. Alright, so Lexi Nair was backstage, and the Gizmo Agony won the second match. Alright, so Lexi Nair was backstage trying to get word with FTR before they left the building. Matt Menard and Andrew Parker approached FTR and said they were watching out for Dan Garcia. Danny Magic said they were going to sit around and watch as they tried to do to Garcia what they did to Colt. FTR said they wrestled Menard and Parker tonight, and Garcia could watch. Alright, second match coming up. The 5-tool player Anthony Bowens with Big Gun versus Blake Christian with Lee Johnson. Blake controlled the match early on. Bowens regained momentum with the Fame Azure. Bowens blasted Blake with a grand slam for a near fall. Blake got a running start and connected with the toe. Bowens fired back with the spinning DT. Bowens went for the cover, but Lee put Blake's boot on the bottom rope. Blake connected with a Spanish fly and a corkscrew kick. Christian landed a 450 stomp for a near fall. Blake rocked Bowens with a stunner. Bowens rallied back with a thrust kick. Billy KO'd Lee while Bowens finished off Blake with the rolling elbows to score the pin. Bowens said, "Cut the music. This has been a long time coming, and it's time to level up because that you see before you is AEW's 5-tool player. I am the pride of professional wrestling, baby. I don't need a government trademark to prove I'm the best. I'm going to prove it to you every single week right here. So who will step up to plate next?" So winner is Anthony Bowens. Alright, next match coming up, Megan Bain with Penelope Ford versus LMK and Kelly Maiden. Bain drop kicked Kelly in the face with one foot. LMK jumped off the turnbuckles, but Bain caught her. Bain was in command as she splashed both women in the corner with ease. Bain threw Maiden on LMK with face decent and picked up another victory. So winner is Megan Bain. Alright, next one is AR Fox versus the Jet, Kevin Knight. Knight hit the UFO splash for a near fall. Fox flipped over the top rope and landed with a double foot stomp on Knight. Kevin connected with a beautiful drop kick. Fox hit a 450 splash, but Kevin Knight kicked out at the 2 count. Kevin spiked Fox with a DT. Kevin bashed Fox with a flying forearm and defeated AR Fox. So winner is the Jet, Kevin Knight. Alright, against Agnew backstage, they called out the Hurricane Kid for a match on Dynamite in Boston. Alright, next match, LTR, Dax Harwood and Cashier versus Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. Daniel Garcia came to ringside to watch the match. FTR quickly assaulted 2.0 once the bell rang, absolutely demolishing them. Daddy Magic was busted wide open, punch drunk in the ring from Dax. Bernard did his best to fight back, pounding away at Dax in the corner. Dax delivered a clothesline. FTR mauled Angelo with the Shattered Machine. FTR stuck Daddy Magic with a stuffed pile driver. They picked up Daddy Magic again for a second stuffed pile driver. They were about to go for a third when Garcia told him to knock it off. FTR agreed and pinned Menard. Garcia cannot believe what Dax and Cash have become, said Shivani. After the match, Garcia had his back turned, trying to help Menard to his feet. FTR ambushed him and drove him with the 2 stubbed pile drivers. Security ran down, but it didn't seem to matter to FTR. The Paragon TNT champion Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly ran down to make the save. FTR finally left the ring. So winners are FTR. Alright, next match, 2025 Owen Hart Women's Quarterfinal match. ROH Women's World Champion Athena versus Hardy Cameron. The winner faces Mercedes Moné on Wednesday at Dynamite. Athena planted Harley hard on the ring apron. Athena followed up with a wheelbarrow suplex on the arena floor. Hardy rallied back with a Russian leg sweep. Athena connected with the running thrust kick for a near fall. Cameron nailed Athena with the running lariat. Hardy pounded away on Athena with strikes. Athena jumped off the top, but Hardy caught her with a right fist. Hardy had pump handle back suplex for a near fall. Athena powerbombed Hardy. Athena rocked Cameron with the O face, pinned her, and advanced in the tournament. So winner is Athena. All right, we're here from the TBS champions Mercedes Monet. Mercedes said the next stop for me in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament is in my hometown, Boston, the city of champions, and now I'm only two stops away from All In, Texas. Athena, you are just a speed bump on my tracks. This Wednesday, I'll show you why the best woman will win, and that woman is me, darling. All right, main event 2025 Owen Hart Foundation men's tournament. Men's quarterfinal match. The Alpha Kenoshi Takesha versus Hell's Brody King with Julia Hart. The winner faces Will Ospreay. Brody took down Takesha with the belly to back suplex. Brody chopped at Takesha in the corner. Takesha nailed Brody with a senton out of nowhere. Brody booted Takesha in the face. Takesha fired back with a kick of his own. Brody planted Takesha with the Death Valley driver on the apron. Takesha lured in Brody and blasted him with a knee strike. Takesha followed up with the toe con hero, but Brody regained momentum with a superplex. Brody smashed Takesha with a cannonball in the corner. Brody King chopped Takesha down to the mat. Takesha got to his feet and dropped Brody with a big hand strike. Takesha rocked Brody with a blue thunderbomb. Brody wiped out Takesha with a massive lariat. Brody planted Takesha with Dante's Inferno for a near fall. Takesha spiked Brody with a power driver. He followed up with a deadlift, German suplex, and then lariat for a near fall on Brody King. This is AEW, said Nigel. Takesha smashed Brody with two running knee strikes. Takesha lowered the knee pad and struck Brody with two more knee strikes, pinning Brody and advancing in the tournament. So winner is Takeshita. Oh man, it was kind of a good night earlier tonight. Still not too bad, but I don't know. There were some matches on there. Some matches were okay and stuff. So yeah, first match with Starks and fuck, I forgot what the name is. Oh, Jamie Hayter. I'm sorry. Yeah, Billy Starks and Jamie Hayter. Yeah, that was a good match and stuff. So yeah, very good back and forth and all that action and all that stuff. So that was a good one. I liked. Yeah. So, anyways, that was a good, kind of good show tonight. But whatever. So, anyways, that was it for this video. If you like it or not, whatever. So like, subscribe, hit that button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care what you guys do. And that was it. I'll see you guys next video for Monday Night Raw. All right. Laters.